Hi, and welcome back to Game Board. Right now, where we left off, all our contestants had 20 points, tying up the game. So I must ask now, are we ready to continue?
Yes. I'll try my best.
Caden?
Yeah.
All right. Well then, let us begin the game. Are you ready? Connor?
Yes.
Shall we begin?
Sure. 9.
You'll be moving up 3 points.
Hit you with that German. 9.
Punishment square. Don't worry, we'll have some fun with this one as I've done some off-camera speaking with my lovely assistant. We're doing a game with all 3 of you. Pick your poison, not my problem.
Purple Hoser
So,
Nation.
will my lovely assistant come on to the stage really quick? He will be the unbiased opinion, as you will have to draw basic small things, nothing too intricate, nothing like the video games, just simple things that you'd see every day, such as a cat or a dog. And he will vote on who is the best. Whoever has the best will not be forced to move up 2 squares. Basically, if you don't get selected, your piece is moving up 2 squares, and it's going to hurt. We're going to do 5 rounds of this. So are you ready to begin?
Yep.
Can I ask you all to draw me a cat? Thrilling, isn't it?
How much time we got?
I'd like to say 10 more seconds if you can.
Oh my. Okay, we're gonna speed up the process. Uh-oh.
Tell me, my friends, are you ready to put your pens down? Connor?
Yes.
We're going to call it now.
What's so bad?
Seth, would you like to go first?
Sure.
To our judge.
That's a beautiful
Caden.
So I did like a Puss in Boots homage, so here's mine.
Ooh, artistic. Seth, can you keep yours presented?
Sorry.
And Connor.
I like to do a cat from Stray.
Now, I can't be the opinion here, so will our judge select? And as Caden has been selected, congratulations. You are not going to be forced to move up 2 squares. That would be the king and the queen. Thank you. But now, may you wipe off your boards. Hold on. Where'd the towel go? Give us a moment where we're looking for the towel. Or you can use your sleeves, whichever is preferable to you. All right.
Thank you.
Oh. For the update, ladies and gentlemen, Seth was writing on the non-whiteboard side.
There's no way.
It's fine. Just leave it alone.
Man.
Leave it alone. Flip it over and leave it.
I'm so sorry.
Caden, do you do the same?
Nope.
Good.
Pawns don't do that.
Ooh.
They don't make mistakes until they die.
That's
Awesome.
Why are you patting him on the back and Seth that he did it?
Moving on.
Moving along
Ooh.
for something much smaller. Can you draw me a mouse? I do accept smart played answers. Take that as you will. Like if they draw a computer mouse, I'll take it. football game last night.
Was there one?
From what I heard at school, yeah, there was, I think. Yeah, might have been a school game that they were talking about.
I don't know. It was a blowout. Oh, I know that.
Very interesting. Riveting, isn't it? So which one do you want to do next? We've already done these two. Don't say it aloud. Very nice. Very nice. Would you say that that's been enough time, Jim? Gentlemen, your judge has dictated it's been long enough. I still love that the cat is staring at me from Seth.
That's my fault.
Speaking of the lovely cat, Seth, would you be willing to show us first? Ooh, artistic. Even a mousetrap. It's a mousetrap.
See the little cheese?
Caden. Ooh. Connor. Oh.
Double dip.
I even added a mouse that you use for computers.
We'll go with Connor on that for
Connor,
double dipping.
you have been selected to be spared. Seth, Caden, your pieces will be moved forward.
Dude, I got put on the arrow.
Well, here's the thing. At the moment, I can't. When we do begin, if you do not move up again, I will not count the arrow, as you were forced to move up there outside of your role. The same would be said if you land on a penalty square. I'd only just come up with that because my lovely assistant had brought it up to me. Be kind to him because he is kind to you.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the final one? You will be drawing, as my lovely judge has selected, a parrot. So what should we do for bonus points now? What if when it's cocky and takes the blue? Same difference. All right. So tell me, when one lands upon a punishment, proper this time, what shall be done next? Thank you. Pens down. So as our judge declared, Connor. Connor, since you were the last one to put your pen down, would you be willing to go first?
Yes, I would love to.
All right. Caden. Ooh. Well played. Seth. And I cannot vote, for our judge will do so.
Artistically, I think it would be Caden again.
You have heard from our judge. He is the unbiased opinion.
Not on the arrow. Let's go.
So thus the queen and the king will be moved forward. Thank you. And as that was the last drawing pieces, may I please have your whiteboards?
Here we go.
And thank you. And thank you to all. So, as that lovely round has come to an end, Caden, it is time for you to roll.
Say 5.
You'll be moving up two squares. My original plan was to go down the list. However, I feel like as we've already done that whole 3 sections of questions, that we should move to a different page. So I have 3 pages of questions. You may pick one, Caden, and that's where we work with, and that's what we will work with.
Page 3.
Are you ready for the topic of board games, seeing as we have one before us?
All right. Yeah.
There are only 6, so this will last only 2 of your turns. Tell me now. Clue. Sorry. I will say a statement about a game. You have to tell me what is false about this board game. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Clue is a game where you venture through the board of the first and basement floors, where you must solve a murder case in the house. The gun, the rope, the wrench, the lead pipe, but also the knife and candlestick. Pieces consist of Miss Scarlet, Colonel Mustard, Miss Peacock, Mr. Green, Professor Plum, and Miss White.
The basement.
That is correct. 10 points to Caden, putting him in the lead. You are correct. There is no
false?
basement.
Oh, which false?
There is no basement. It's a board.
I had a feeling that was false.
Seth, we're on board game trivia. Catch. Nice.
I got a 1.
Oh my, the best in the game.
Amazing.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Tell me what is false in this statement. The board game Haunting at the House on the Hill is a board game that has a player control a monster and try to kill the other players in the first phase. The second phase, the haunt begins. If the killer succeeds, the game is over. If the survivors succeed, the monster is locked away forever.
I'm trying to find what's false.
Yes. If you listened to carefully, you would have heard a bit of a paradox.
They lock the monster away forever? That's false?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. What is false is that the killer is not released in the first phase. And the second phase is the haunt, when the killer is released. Unfortunately, you have not gained any points, leaving Caden to be in first. Connor,
Yes.
are you ready for board game trivia?
Sure. 1.
Perfect.
Making some progress.
Yes, you are. But do remember, where to predict the case that you're in, it's good to get points now, but it also might not be bad to go get to first place, as you would get 100 points. It may secure you a win, but that's for then. This is now. Are you ready to tell me what is false of this statement?
Yes.
In chess, the goal is to take the king piece of the opponent. To do so, you have various pieces to beat the opposition with clever strategies. The pawn, capable of moving 1 space forwards, 2 if it's the first 2 spaces forward if it's the first time it's ever moved. Then you have the rook, moving in plus directions, up or down. The priest, moving in X directions. The queen, able to move in pluses and X's as far as you desire. And the king, who can barely do anything but flee.
Could you read me that again?
Sure, I'm willing to do so once, so listen carefully. In chess, the goal is to take the king piece of the opponent. To do so, you have a variety of pieces to beat the opposition with clever strategies. The pawn, capable of moving 1 space forward, 2 spaces if it's the first time it's ever moved. The rook, moving in plus directions. The priest, moving in X directions. The queen, moving in pluses and X's. And the king, who can do barely anything but flee.
Isn't there one piece that moves in an L-like form?
That is true. That is the knight. However, that is not the piece that I am looking for. But I'm not going to fault you for that because I wrote this terribly and I forgot the knight. So I'm willing to say...
There's a knight.
I just said that that's a writing error on my half.
Yeah,
That's not the answer I'm looking for.
I know.
Do you wish to... Are you going to wholeheartedly go with knight again?
No,
All right.
I'm just gonna say the export.
No, not the export.
Yep.
The false was that I called the bishop the priest. Unfortunately, I cannot give you 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
Caden, we've returned to you on the topic that you've partially selected. Are you ready?
Yep. 7.
7. You will be moving 10 points. So, 10 points. Sorry. 2 squares. A punishment square. Tell me, Father, if not my lovely assistant, we have returned to this predicament. You've been graced by my assistant. There won't be a punishment, but another game including all 3 of you. I will give you a topic. You are all to name something of said topic once. If you all can guess it within 10 seconds, 15 if I feel sparingly, you'll be allowed to move forward without any problems. Are you ready?
Yes.
Caden, Seth, what would you say? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. The first topic, and I must mention there are no common links to these questions. They're all different. Okay. I want you all to name me colors, 1 from each of you.
Start.
Red.
Blue.
Connor.
Yellow.
All right. Perfect. That's an example of it.
Okay.
I feel sparingly, so I will move past this question for now. Can you all name me 1 holiday? No repeats. Caden, we're starting with you first.
Christmas.
Halloween.
Easter.
Perfect. Father, my assistant, can you come here for a moment? We have 3 more questions. All are quite difficult. We've done colors and holidays. It has been selected. Can you all name me 1 dog breed? Caden.
Bulldog.
Golden Retriever.
German Shepherd.
My, that was a lot easier than I anticipated. You've all been spared by my assistant. He's much kinder than I. So thus, Seth, we've come to you. Catch.
19.
You'll be moving 5 spaces forward.
Did I get a penalty?
Are you ready?
Yes.
We have returned to the board game questions where you must identify the false words in it. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
In a standard game of Uno, you must empty your own hand of all cards. Once you run out of cards, you must proclaim Ein. However, there are special cards that will be in the way, such as +2s and skip cards. But let us not forget the wild cards, the make or break of the game.
The part where you said Ein when you at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's a very easy one. Congratulations, you've been moved up to 30 points. I should have made it more difficult, shouldn't I? But it's Uno. How hard can I make it, really? But let's get past that. Seth, you are on 30 points. Caden on 30 points, and Connor on 20. Connor, we've returned to you with 2 more board game questions before we can move on to a new topic.
Okay. 17.
5. It's another skip square. However, I'm willing to be sparing with you. There is a punishment square here.
Skip.
All right. Are you ready? This is a game. Sorry. This is a question about the game of life. The game of life, just as real life, random events will occur as you progress to retirement. The risky choices in life will be an option, and parents have the choice to put their kids up for adoption. You can buy one or many houses, lose your job, or get a better one, and have a blast while doing it.
The part about parents.
Correct. In the game of life, you cannot put your kids up for adoption, as kids are points in the game. Sorry, extra points in the game. So thus, Caden, no, not Caden, I'm sorry. Connor is now tied with 30 points to everyone. Caden, for the final board game question, shall we begin?
Yep. 20.
20. Perfect 5. Passed right by 2 skip arrows and a punishment square. Are you ready?
Yep.
To tell me what is false? Cards Against Humanity, the game for not so great people. To either laugh at profanity or cringe at the thought of your grandmother and whatever your friends say she's doing. Only after you progress through the board can you have up to 7 cards that you can still play on your friends that is forced to be played on the black card, a card that has a sense with 1 or 2 blank spaces.
No board.
That is correct. Hope that didn't break. That is correct.
Ignore that.
That is correct. There is no board. It's a card game for not so great people. You have now put yourself in first with 40 points. Which now brings me to Seth. We are on to a new section, as that is all I have for board games. Tell me, Seth, how good are you with the Persona series?
Yes! Yes!
Someone's a fan. That's okay.
Sorry, I got too excited.
That's not very good for you two.
For me.
That's not very good for you two, as he is right behind with 30 points and about to almost get, and possibly about to get 100 points.
It's not too good for me,
Yeah.
but we'll go ahead. 3.
3. You are going to only move up 1 space. And it appears that Connor will get the first question of Persona, as you have landed on a punishment square.
Yes.
My friend, it's time we converse. You've done all lightning round and drawing already.
Give me some of that burns. I want it burning.
This is either about to be a make or a break for you, my friend.
All right, let's hear it.
As my assistant has selected with me, or for me, show a picture from your camera roll.
Doesn't
Ooh,
matter.
very quick.
Doesn't matter what.
Doesn't matter what. You can scroll blindly and tap something random, and if you want, I can give you a random number.
What
But
do you
you-
mean? I
like-
got a lot
like-
of photos in here.
All right. What is? Does it tell you what number the photos are, or does it?
I got 751 photos.
All right. Can you tell me what is on? Would you say 110? The 110th photo?
All right, I got you. 110.
If you can't see with the camera, Connor is very excited for the
I don't know how I'm
questions
supposed
and would rather not see what's on Seth's camera roll.
$110. It's just a picture of my dad and some going fishing. got some nice fishes.
Give him a round of applause for showing us a picture on his camera roll. And I will tell you that now, that punishment will return sometime later. If my assistant, your savior, is kind to you.
Okay.
Connor, you've,
Yes.
you've yet to stop moving ever since I pronounced persona. Even now, it looks like you're on crack.
Persona is.
Are you ready?
Yes. 15.
15. You'll be moving up 4 points. It's a punishment square. However, I'm...
Yeah, I was.
Ooh. Thank you. That's why I have an assistant.
Over.
You.
Kobe.
All right, then. Considering you will not sit down, you better enjoy this, because it might be your last question.
Oh.
And we just got into Persona 2. Tell me, which of the games are you most, what'd you say, all knowing about? Or just knowing?
A little bit of 3 and 4, but mostly 5.
All right. Very well, then. In all the Persona games, which one has a setting where you must be willing to embrace death?
Persona 3.
Correct.
Instantly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Persona
Persona
3.
3.
Seeing as you're so willing to explain
Persona
this.
3 has a better story. It has the best story.
That's not
It's
what
one
I
of the-
Pause. I meant the answer of why embrace death. However, we must move on. If you're willing to give me a brief summary, say a sentence, not a run-on one, why does it embrace death?
To prove you're not afraid of anything.
Very good. Caden.
Yep.
Are you ready for your first Persona question?
No, but yes. 19.
19. 5 points. Sorry, 5 squares. And somehow you keep skipping all my punishments.
It's pond.
The only times you've ever been punished is through the actions of other people. And even then, that wasn't really a punishment for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
But first, tell me, have you even played a Persona game?
No, but
So
maybe. We'll
so that
see.
means any of these questions work. All right, I'll give you something simple, which is, what is the protagonist of Persona? We'll say 5. Just the first name. You won't have to. Connor, stop. I'll allow you to do that any other day, but not now. He needs to think. I will only take the first name. And I will say it now. Persona 5, between the manga and the game, has 2 names. I'll take either. No.
There's also an anime series.
I'm pretty sure he took one of those names too.
I know it's like based off a card. I'll say Joker.
I have to allow that, because that is correct. Caden, you've moved up to 50 points, still holding your lead. Which now brings me to Seth. Are you ready to catch?
I'll try. 13.
13. 4 points, correct? Yes, 4 points it is. No punishments, so thus it provides me your first question. Tell me, how well do you know the Persona games, if at all?
If at all. That sums it up.
So similar to Caden, any of these questions work. Understood. All right. I'm willing to go easy on you. Can you tell me who the protagonist of Persona 4 is? I'll tell you now, it's...
Not the same as Persona 5.
No. Every Persona game has a new cast of characters and personas.
Like Final Fantasy.
Yes, like Final Fantasy.
Are they also a card?
No. Unfortunately, Persona 5 is the only
this is
one
over.
to
I don't
use
know.
a main character.
I'm gonna have to pass. I don't know. I can't even guess. I don't even know where to begin.
Interesting.
no idea.
I don't know either.
All right.
Jimmy.
If you're willing to lose the points, you remain where you are currently. And thus,
Can I answer?
Connor, because you're about to lose all chance to getting more points, and Persona is apparently your favorite, I will allow you to explain just the name and possibly their persona.
Yu Narukami and their persona is Izanagi,
Thank you.
and their evolved one is Izanagi no Okami.
My. Very knowledgeable to this subject. I really feel bad for you, because if you get anything higher than... Sorry. That's pretty much it. Because all you have left is a punishment and finish. However, if you get on the finish, I'll give you a question.
Okay.
Anything higher than a 4.
6.
You got a 6. 2 squares forward. Thank you. And thus, this is your final question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Can you tell me, what is a wild card in the Persona series? Starting with Persona 3.
A wild card is basically where you can use multiple personas.
That is the correct answer. And right now, an additional 10 points. But because you have finished first, you gain an additional 100 points, dragging you up to, I believe, 150? Yes. And with that, Connor has taken the lead. But right now, we must unfortunately take our leave for now, returning to you after these ads. Thank you, and we'll see you soon. All right, 5-minute break, go.
That was rough.